Trump's Bitcoin plan has been revealed, and as we speak this very second, Bitcoin is putting in a new all-time high. That is right, we are flirting with some all-time record levels. Look at that, $77,000 as I'm recording this video. But why else is crypto pumping? Because it's not just Trump's crypto plan, which we're going to reveal and then do a price target, but it's just directionally things are starting to turn bullish. This is from Coin Bureau. So not only do we have Trump's Bitcoin plan, but look at all the things that are in the pipeline here. Number one, we have Gary Gensler, the head of the SEC. He's going to be fired. Also, we have the SEC going to be dropping crypto lawsuits against some of these crypto protocols and crypto exchanges. Then we'll have Hester Pierce potentially being made chair of the SEC after Gensler steps down. We can get a stablecoin bill passing. Not only that, we have Ross Ulbricht, the founder of Silk Road. He's going to be freed in January. We got pro-crypto cabinet members, but it's not just cabinet members. JD Vance, the vice president, is a Bitcoin holder himself. He has over $250,000 at the least. Also, we get a Bitcoin strategic reserve, $100,000 Bitcoin, altcoin season. Are we missing anything? Now, as we look at Bitcoin's price right now, I do expect a little bit of a pullback as we hit the top of this channel. And so if you didn't know, Bitcoin was in a downward channel, and then we have broken out of the downward channel, retested it on the daily, and it has been acting as a springboard, giving us new all-time highs. And we are out of this downward channel, and since August 4th, we've been in this up channel. And then at the top of this up channel, I do expect some selling pressure, folks. If it happens tomorrow, you're looking at around 78,500. If it happens, say, the next day, every single day you go up about $100. So check out the top of this channel. That's where I expect Bitcoin to have a little bit of a reverse. But back to Trump's Bitcoin plan. Now, we cannot talk about Trump's Bitcoin plan without talking about U.S. Senator, one of the 100 senators here, Senator Cynthia Lummis. That's right. The future is bright with the Bitcoin bee. She just posted this a couple days ago. Now, she has in all caps. Folks, she doesn't tweet in all caps. She just tweeted in all caps, though. We are going to build a strategic Bitcoin reserve. What exactly does that look like? Well, this was actually revealed months ago, and this is slipping under a lot of people's radar here. U.S. Strategic Bitcoin Reserve to be funded partly by revaluing Fed's gold. This is Senator's draft bill. This is from July of this year, and this has Trump's Bitcoin plan in it. And so her proposal, buy 1 million Bitcoin to reduce the national debt. Now we're going to look at the actual report itself. Now, there are 9 sections in Senator Lummis's bill here. This is her strategic Bitcoin bill, and I poured through the bill so you don't have to. Now, all the way down section 5. That's where we're going to find the meat and potatoes here, and that is the Bitcoin purchase program. This is going to be very bullish. And when I show you some of these numbers, you're going to fall out of your chair, folks. Now, before we say how many, how are we going to do this? The establishment, it's going to act a lot like Fort Knox. The Treasury Secretary is going to have facilities of the Strategic Bitcoin Reserve geographically dispersed throughout the United States to minimize the risk of compromise and enhance the resilience of our reserve. Not only that, they're going to have state-of-the-art physical and digital security measures, working with the Secretary of Defense, Secretary of Homeland Security, and industry experts to ensure the highest level of physical and digital security for our strategic reserve. But let's get into the numbers here. Now, here is the Bitcoin purchase program revealed. The Secretary shall establish a program which shall purchase not more than 200,000 Bitcoin per year over a 5-year period for a total acquisition of 1 million Bitcoin. Now, there is also a minimum holding period here. Now, here you can see all Bitcoin purchase under this program shall be placed in a strategic reserve. But here we have Section C and Article 5 here, minimum holding period. Now, Section C, subparagraph 1, in general, to ensure the long-term stability and security, they shall hold this Bitcoin for not less than 20 years, folks. That means we're not going to be selling this Bitcoin till 2045. And don't judge me for having to look down at the calendar to guess what year it was. Yes, I know it's 2024. Now, one of my favorite parts of this bill is the forced diamond hands, okay? Cynthia Lummis, if you didn't know, she has diamond hands. Now, during this minimum holding period, remember, of 20 years, no Bitcoin held in the reserve may be sold, swapped, auctioned, encumbered, or otherwise disposed of for any purpose other than retiring our federal debt. So if anything, is going to be used as a federal debt instrument. So it can help offset some of our debt, but massive buying pressure. But let's talk about that buying pressure. What does this buying pressure look like? Well, folks, we're going to look at British Hodl. He did the math. Friend of the channel. We've had him on several times. Very great follow. His slogan:
step number 1, you got to buy Bitcoin. Step number 2, shut the up. And step number 3, you're going to get fabulously wealthy.
Those are 3 rules I could definitely live by. Now, back to his post here. The U.S. government is about to put a 200,000 Bitcoin yearly buy order into the market. Now, this is prices before all-time high, so we might be closer to 15 billion now, but valued at 14 billion per annum, or 57 million of daily purchasing. Like I said, that might be closer to 60 now. Add this to MicroStrategy's daily purchase of 20 million a day, and then you have a combined daily floor, aka buy at any level, price of 77 per trading day, 77 million per trading day, which is a floor price of $172,000 per mined Bitcoin. Of course, this is looking at Bitcoin that is mined, not looking at Bitcoin that is sold by whales. So, this math isn't going to just say guaranteed go in there, just looking at the math of how much Bitcoin is created by miners. And then if we put in this purchasing power, that's what we're looking at as far as Bitcoin's price. Now, what happens on the long tail of a truly finite $77,000 asset when the world knows just 2 players from one country will guarantee you, with an asterisk, a price of $173,000 for a year for 5 years. And the next halving, that's going to be 4 years from now. And then we're going to go from 3 Bitcoin released every 10 minutes to 1 and some change. Then the floor rises to $346,000 per Bitcoin. And like he said, we have not even begun yet. So folks, go out there, buy Bitcoin, shut up, and just become fabulously wealthy. And I'll see you at the top.